Hi everyone. When I was 36 years old, I had an accident at my job in the Middle East. When I came home, I decided not to go back to the Middle East to work again, but to just work here in our country. And I was applying to a department store here in Manila. And soon, I was lucky to be accepted as maintenance electrician as well as my colleague who applied. And we signed a 6 month contract, each of us. And near the end of our contract, once in the morning, one of our colleagues seemed happy to wave his newly taken Seaman book. And some of my colleagues asked how he got. What he said was he walked over the picture to pay. And one of my companions asked how much he had paid the picture. He said it was 5,000 pesos, equivalent to $100. And he was happy and seemed to be bragging. And he said that he would just apply for a seaman. And when our contract ended, we separated. And a week later, I decided to get a seaman's book from the Philippines Coast Guard. And when I got my seaman's book, I was happy because I only spent 200 pesos, equivalent to $5. Unlike my colleague at the department store, he paid the fixer who was in charge of 5,000 pesos, equivalent to $100, and the difference was huge. Then I started observing the area where there were a lot of seamen, and I listened to them talk about how they were applying to agencies that were looking for seamen for different positions they needed. And once, I read in the newspapers that an agency need applicants, and one is the electrician they are looking for. And I went right away, and I lined up with applicants who are also applying, and they called each applicant for an interview. And when I was called, I went into the crewing manager's room to be interviewed. And I sat in front of the manager's desk, and I handed my seaman's book to him. And he looked, and maybe he found out that I had no experience. Then looked at me, and later he opened his drawer, and he took a gun, and he laid on the table, and he stared at me. I was amazed why he pulled out a gun, and because he was staring at me, I apologized to him because I just tried to apply, and he gave me my seaman's book, and I stood up and left. And when I was outside, I remembered the gun he had laid on the table as if it was a .45 caliber, but because of that incident, I did not lose hope, but I just continued my venture because I believe that even if I have no experience, if God helps me, I believe nothing is impossible with Him. So I just kept applying. Once on my way home, someone near our house and told me to go to St. Paul College because they were looking for a licensed electrician, and I thanked him. And the next morning, I was going to leave, but I saw that an acquaintance of mine was near our house and also told me that none was looking for a licensed electrician. And what he wants, the residence was just near here. And I thanked him and I left. When I arrived, the nun interviewed me that I was applying for. I said I was an electrician and asked me if I had a license. I said I had and accepted, and he gave me a referral for medical examination. When you completed, you come back to me, and after my medical, I went back to and I handed my medical result. When saw it was, he said, you can start tomorrow. So I was able to work again. But sometimes I still go to the place where the seamen apply and observe, and I go home too, but temporarily stop going first because I want to focus on my work for the sake of my family. So far, and my next testimony is about how I became a seaman. Thank you for watching patiently, and please don't forget to like and share. Thank you very much. Bye.